ever get like just journalists who aren't one way or the other?
I've done 30 interviews in the last 3 days.
And they're just competing narratives?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's doing something now I don't appreciate.
Okay. Okay.
Not your fault.
Thanks for talking to us. So we're here in town, and honestly, we just came here. We wanted to see with our own eyes and talk to actual regular people and figure out what's happening. So, and you're getting these hecklers. Okay. Okay. All right. So, can you tell us what you think is really happening here on the ground level in terms of the Haitians and the immigration? I mean, sort of what's everyone getting wrong? What do you think the real issues are?
Well, I mean, what everybody's getting wrong is they're believing untruths that have been said they were untrue from the national stage. So Springfield is a beautiful community. You're here, you can see our city, and we're a city with grit, we're a city that comes together. And so to solve problems. So
with the city, we just got to have the Columbus Proud Boys marching on the other side of town.
what part?
Over off Burnett.
Okay.
And it said, I think they're heading over toward to the South Line.
Where are they at?
Okay.
The Columbus, they were just out there. The signs were appropriate. I took some video. The signs were appropriate. The language was appropriate. But it started to get a little bit. And I heard them talking about the other side. So I called WHA.
What's going on?
The Proud Boys from Columbus are marching over around
I don't like this. I don't like
Okay.
it.
Thank you for telling me.
But I assume they didn't have permits.
We don't have to. They can protest without a permit.
Yeah, the signs said the flags.
Where did he say they were marching? Where did he say they were marching at?
I don't know.
Burnett or something? Okay.
Step back just a little bit. So
Yeah, you're in the sun. Okay, so you were talking about, obviously you were referring to the pets being eaten thing, correct? Is there any truth? I mean, we're not here
There's no
just
truth
for
to
that.
that. Your pets are safe in Springfield, and that's something I've had to go on national stage and say. And I can't, it's hard to believe I have to say that, but we're a community that experienced economic decline 10 years ago. We've had 8,000 jobs come to our town over the last 10 years, and that's good news. And then we're going to have like 2,000 houses come online over the next 5 years, so we're experiencing an upward tick. But we have had infrastructure strain with an influx of population that's come over the last 3 or 4 years. And that would strain any city. When you see an increase of 20 to 25% folks come into your community, that's going to be a strain on the infrastructure.
Do you think this was done well? Like, if you could go back in time, is there something that you think you or the feds or the state or someone in government should have done differently so this was a little more orderly or controlled and maybe not this large in numbers and one small
I don't know if it was I don't believe there was a coordinated effort to come into town. All I'm saying is the surge has happened here. I mean, this increase has happened here in Springfield, and we're just trying to, as community leaders, we're trying to get our arms around the situation.
What do you think are the biggest issues that have originated or problems that have happened?
I mean, this has put a strain on our healthcare system, our education system, and our safety forces. So we're trying to do the best we can to support those folks.
Why do you think so many Haitians pick Springfield?
I know there was jobs. If you move to Springfield, you can work in a 9-county area and live in a community that's very affordable. Houses have been very affordable.
Do you think that the federal government should have ever given this many Haitians, and I suppose Venezuelans and Nicaraguans, there were multiple countries, this temporary protected status?
Well, all I know is that I believe there needs to be immigration reform. I'm not a legislator when it comes to national legislation, so all I know is that it can be really stressful and it's burdensome on cities to receive lots of folks without much accountability. And so that's what I would say. There needs to be more accountability with immigration.
So there are people we interviewed, several, who said they believe they were displaced from their jobs because Haitians got their job, or then they turn around and they hire temp workers, they can pay less. And so they feel they've lost their jobs. We talked to multiple people like that here. What's your reaction to that?
I know that there's jobs that have been filled by immigrants here as well. So I don't have a manufacturing company or a company that has hired immigrants, so I can't really speak to that.
Okay, so in terms of the geese and the ducks, we're not fixating on this animal thing, but you brought it up. You said people aren't eating pets. There was this audio call of the geese in the park. Is that happening at all? Can you rule out 100% that that's happening?
We just have no verified claim, no like logistic claim that this is happening.
Right, you have one call, one audio call, and you have no verified reports.
We had a county representative, a politician representative that rode with ODNR, Ohio Department of Natural Resources, and they just couldn't verify it.
Okay.
That they've seen a decrease in ducks or geese.
It doesn't mean, I guess, it's not happening 100%. You just have no evidence it is.
They have no evidence
right?
it is.
And then we talked to a Haitian man today who said he's going to vote. Do you have concerns about vote?
Oh.
Do you have concerns about non-citizens
I think
voting?
anytime there's pressure, it would be a concern, but I have not heard that, so I can't speak to it.
Is there anything being done to prevent that? Or
We'll keep,
to guard against that?
like any safety department, we're looking into all concerns.
Okay. Do you have a question?
Mayor, we've heard stories about up to 38 immigrants living in Haitians living in one house. These rooms are being subdivided into smaller rooms, and we have a lot of Haitians living in these homes. Have you heard those reports? And if so, is there anything the city's doing in terms of code compliance to take care of that?
Well, every address that we do receive, we go and check that out. Sometimes maybe it's hard to find the folks living there at the same time. They may be out at work, I don't know. But I know we look at every address that comes to us.
Has this been hard on you as the mayor? You're a Republican, right? I think you're a Republican.
I'm a registered Republican, but I am elected in a nonpartisan role.
Oh, okay.
And the job of a council manager form of government is, we just try to help solve problems and help support the staff that is hired to run the city.
I'm just wondering how hard this has been because, we've been standing here for 20 minutes and people have been screaming like multiple times.
Yeah, there's a few people that's been upset, but there's been a lot of pressure on our community.
Did you
We'd like to see peace and calm.
Did you hear about the KKK letter?
I've heard about a letter.
What do you think?
I hate to see, as a human being, I don't like any hate that would come against anybody.
So again, do you think as a net overall, has this been bad for Springfield, good for Springfield, or it's both?
I think anytime there's lies spoken about a community, that's bad. How we embrace what's going on and how with the folks that have come into our town, it's not like they're not leaving anytime soon. So we need to do the best we can as a community to come around and bring peace.
Has President Trump or his campaign reached out to you or the city at all for any kind of meeting or communication?
We've not heard anything to my knowledge from...
Okay, how about the Harris campaign?
Not heard anything from them.
Are they coming? Is Trump coming here for a town hall?
I've had other reporters say that he said he would. I think it would be very difficult for Springfield to receive any national political leader right now campaigning here.
Would you ask Trump not to come?
I would say it would be overwhelming for Springfield to have either of the political leaders running for office for the presidency to come to Springfield.
Are you asking them not to come?
It would be very difficult to have them here.
If they came here, would they be welcomed?
It would be very difficult to have them here.
So you won't even say that you would welcome President Trump or Vice President Harris here?
It would be very difficult to have either one here.
Why wouldn't you want them here?
It's a lot of strain, period. We've already been in the national spotlight. It's just a lot of stress. It's a hot time. Now, why are you in Springfield, Ohio? You're here because we've been kind of affected by campaigning, and it's been negative. So why am I talking to you? Because we'd like to tell our story. Springfield is a great place. It's our hometown. It's my hometown. I was born and raised.
So you say Springfield's been affected by campaigning. The people we've talked to randomly say it's been affected by the influx of immigrants.
Well, I'd say both and now. It's been, and the influx has caused strain. I won't deny that. I haven't denied that at all. It's caused strain, but we're trying, as a political leader, it's my goal to try to help as our team, as one of the 5 council people, to come around and embrace what we have. What are we going to do?
If you had a magic wand and you could undo this, where did it go wrong? It seems like 20,000 people.
Too fast.
Okay.
Too fast.
What caused that?
An open border? I don't know.
An open border?
I would say, like I've already said in the beginning, it's an immigration policy and a border policy that needs reform.
How would you reform it? What would you?
I'm a businessman trying to serve my city.
Okay.
How is your police department handling this? I assume have you had an increase in crime? And if so, how's your police?
We've not had a verified increase in crime due to the immigrants. Okay. We've had an increase in traffic concerns. That's why the state is helping us out. with a reckless operation, but we have not had an increase in crime.
What about the communicable diseases? You hear about the hospitals.
I hear
with
there's things like that we're dealing with. Anytime you have immigrants come into our town that don't have the same practices of vaccinations and other things that we practice regularly, then I'm sure there's a concern there.
Okay, is that on the increase? Like there's an increase in communicable diseases?
I know it's a concern. There's been a healthcare concern.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me talk to you.
Yep, thank you.
Appreciate it.